International Master William Pascal, aka Sladgie, playing on the account Sparkle Horse on lichess.org. So, welcome everybody. Thanks for your support this week. I've got challenges from 3 players. I think one of them may be a correspondence. Okay, that's a correspondence challenge. What is that? Unlimited? I can't do correspondence unlimited, Catman, if you're out there. It's got to be something limited, like 5 days or 7 days. I would prefer 5 days or 7 days. Rated is fine if you want to play correspondence. Also, want you to have an established rating. So I don't think he's got an established rating in correspondence there. I'm going to decline that correspondence challenge. I've got challenges from Cheesy Noob needs to re-challenge to 5+3. Friday rules. Normally I do 7+3, but we tried to get in more challenges in the order that they're given. Mr. Schieberspieler, what's up? Schieberspieler, are you going to stream today? After my stream? How's school going? By the way, like, when does like the seasonal holiday start? I was wondering. When are schools and like universities finishing classes for Christmas? Does that happen like this week or does it happen next week? Are they the same? Are schools and universities different? I wonder. Anyway, we live in Hungary, so sometimes I ask him random questions about our life here. Streaming after me? Next week. Yeah, that sounds right. I was thinking this week, but it's too early. It's only the 11th of December. That'd be a nice long holiday. I would have gone for that when I was a kid. Christmas holiday starting around the 10th or 11th of December would be pretty cool. Yeah, not till next week, I guess. Alright, Ripun the player is back. He's playing a simul right now. I've got Schieberspieler challenging. Right, you guys have a slightly different system for university studies, I guess. I suppose we had exams too. Alright. Cheesy Noob as well. Hanishberger. Alright, so Hanishberger. Doesn't matter if you guys are subscribers. I'm gonna take the challenge. Anybody with an established rating that's casual, I'll accept challenges. I'm so old I can't even remember. Can't even remember college anymore. Alright, so E4, E5 from Ripun the player. Let's try the Vienna game. New account? Is that brand new? Yeah, I talked to him, Schieberspieler. So he's gonna behave himself. Hopefully. Yeah, well, hopefully he'll be well behaved. Knight C3, Knight F6, G3. Man, I've got the fan on. I really like the white noise aspect of my fan. It cancels out any kind of outside noises. It's an amazing thing, actually. But it's getting a little cool to have the fan on, I think, at this point. I'm actually kind of cold. I'm going to need a sweater because I have my fan on in my office. But it's good for circulation. You know how, like, hotel rooms have like, a ventilator? Even when it's winter and stuff? To, like, stir the stale air. It's a good thing. So Bishop B4, what do we got here? I never play this. I don't really know what I'm doing. Let's try Knight D5. That feels right. I've never seen anyone play Bishop B4, come to think of it. But I don't know this line very well. I'm going to need to put on a sweater. I need a Christmas sweater. Like a cheesy reindeer sweater, something like that. Takes. Watch your king side, man. Vienna seems fun. Antonio's here. What's up? That's what I was going to say. Just coming out for a little stroll with my queen there. Has the element of a King's Indian attack sort of thing here. But it's all new to me. If I take the pawn, it looks like a reasonable gambit. Queen e5 castles. Black has some compensation, so I'm not that crazy about that. Knight f3, queen d5. I could play knight f3, queen e5, queen e5, queen d5, queen e5, but we don't have much there. And I really need to develop my kingside knight. c4. c4 is like a default move. I'm not happy with this. White's okay, but I thought I had more. Very crafty defense by black. So it's pawn majority against pawn majority. The battle of the pawn majorities. This white square bishop is a good thing, I guess. Not sure which way to take. White is slightly better with the bishop pair. Again, a lot of parallels to the King's Indian attack here. We have a strong pawn on d5. I should consider d6. I should have considered it last move, actually. I'm not sure if it's good. We have a slightly better structure. Still, our advantage remains like not that convincing. White is much better, but it's not that much better that I'm like winning. And I traded a lot of stuff here now. It's not that simple. I could have played bishop d5 check. I'm not sure that it benefits me that much. This may be a mistake. This is a position I think the Schieberspieler would like. Two bishops, something of a sort of space advantage. You're right. I wish I had put the bishop on a different square, though. So I did play this account once already. Okay. This isn't new. I mean, this is relatively new, right? I thought it was like a third account. So, we have played this. Yes. Maybe it's okay to have the bishop block for a while. Yeah. Well, I mean, we can blow him up with g4. That's a pretty strong plan for white. And g4, g5 could be very strong too. I don't know though. I mean, I take squares, but I can't get my bishop out like you're talking. It's like a closed Sicilian. D h4, h5. Maybe the bishop can come back to f1. H6 is pretty crazy, actually. I mean, he could have just played h5 in the first place. It seems strange to play h6 and then h5. Pretty subtle play. It's like the longest 5-3 game. Seems like the longest 5-3 game ever. Okay, now I'm playing c5. His king is really open here. I don't see how his king survives. That's an interesting move. Queen takes. That should about wrap it up. That should wrap it up. He also doesn't resign. Alright, next challenge. Schieberspieler, Cheesy New Morales. I don't know. I guess he just reached the reality that he was lost, so he decided to play queen takes c5. Could have been a mouse slip. But generally it's considered like polite to resign when you have a completely lost position, so the next guy can get to play. Alright, Schieberspieler, Cheesy Noob, Hanisberger Morales. Gonna be a tough game. Our opponent is rated 2580 now. Antonio, what's up? Antonio at 297. I have a special celebration for the 300th victory of Antonio. 300th victory. 300th game, man. Alright, let's start. What do we want to do? When you don't stream, you increase your rating. Yeah, I don't really like the rated games when I'm streaming. It's pretty distracting. I guess some people can handle it better than others. I also can increase my rating when I'm not streaming. When I'm not working, basically. So we had this Sveshnikov before? We've always got to think of some kind of gimmick against Schieberspieler. Get him out of book. When they just poorly placed on b5, we're going to recirculate. Speaking of mouse slips, make him think for a while. It's unbelievable. He moves almost instantly. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the stream. We're trying something kind of unusual here with knight a3. It's been played before, but it's hard to get the knowledgeable Schieberspieler. Schieberspieler has a fairly narrow repertoire. He knows it. He knows it. So rather than take him head on in some kind of main line, it's better to just kind of take him out of book. This is a really weird move. Wow, bishop g4. Is he trying to be like... Is he trying to be weird as well by playing bishop g4? Is that what we're doing? Is this Wednesday? Wednesday on Friday. Bishop g4, bishop e2. For all I know, it's a move. I don't know. For all I know, that is a move. Interesting. So now I have to decide. Alright. It's f3 is also possible. Played like he knows it. Play it like you know it. You got in d5. Huh. Wow. Now I'm definitely confused. Now I'm the one confused. So is this a trick? He just plays d5. He actually knows this? And nobody plays knight a3. It's not even a sideline. It's practically non-existent. I think I saw I played one game in my life. Mad Ramus played it? Oh, you mean... No. You just know that he's beatable. He's beatable. I guess you don't watch my streams enough, Freepun. I've played the Italian probably like 10 times in the last month. I never used to, but actually, ironically, now you ask that question. The last year, I mean, since January, I probably played it quite a bit. But I used to play the Roy Lopez mostly. Spanish was my main opening. But I think that the Italian game is maybe more practical now, because it seems like the mainline Roy Lopez has some problems with the Berlin endgame and the Marshall. It's like harder to play. Or you just play like a lame variation with d3, but then what's the point of playing the Spanish if you're going to play d3? Schieberspieler in the think tank. So what's going on here? d4, knight d5. Bishop takes a3. Pawn a3, queen a5 check, bishop d2. Knight d4, queen d3. Knight d4, queen d3. Pawn e4. Knight e4. That's similar. More to life than pawn structure. The importance of the d5 square in the Sveshnikov. I mean, if I can get a knight implanted on d5, that's more important than worrying about my pawn structure. But he could play something simple like pawn takes e4 maybe? Knight takes e4. It's funny that I was just thinking about this. This way he doesn't lose d5 outright. I have rook d1 though. Then he has knight d4, okay. This was a good decision by black. It would seem like. Yeah, it looks like this variation is kind of a fail. I guess bishop g4 is some kind of trick, and I have to do what we said with f3. That move feels wrong. I suppose f3 is not bad, but okay, we'll look this up later. It's possible to interpose a move here. Bishop f6 or something. Bishop f6, pawn f6, pawn takes. White's better. He can't castle kingside. It's too dangerous. He has to castle queenside. The materialist can't help himself. Wow. He can't resist free gifts. Just tempt him with some pawns or something. Sucks. I can't play Queen A6. Freaked out. He just freaked out and dropped A7. So has to play like B6, I guess. Yeah, B6. Even A6 might work. I mean, I'm probably losing. How much compensation do I have here? No. King A8, that's a tough move to find, damn. Okay, B6 works. I don't know. It's looking like I can sack a piece, but I'm not so sure. So I have to play C4. Yeah, I mean, it's some compensation, but this F4 is a problem. Even here looks like I have a draw, which is lucky. I'm lucky if I have a draw, honestly, in that line. And actually, there's no draw. I have to play this. Wow, C5. Even this doesn't work. Does it work? Okay, the computer thinks it's work. I'm not going to find that, you know, in time pressure. Good game. So what's up, man? Is this the theory? Bishop G4? Wow. No, it's like a rare move, huh? Is this your home analysis? It's an interesting move. Bishop E6 is main move, but Bishop G4 is playable. So Rajabov, Krasenkov, Cifuentes have all played this. So it's a known move. I'm surprised how many games there are with Knight A3, honestly. What the heck? Oh, Caruana... What? Wait, what? I'm in the wrong position. Okay, here. This guy Tom Zak has played a number of games. Giving it away. Okay, there's about 30 games there. So this must be his deep analysis. Bishop E2 was a novelty. So this is actually a blunder. I'm supposed to take. But obviously, you know, black's equalized, getting in D5. Okay, I'm not going to say like this is a good variation for white, but it looks like I have to play F3. Then Bishop E6. Is F3 a good move or a bad move? Yeah, it looks dubious. Alright, I'm not going to play this anymore. Cheesy Noob, Hanishberger, Morales. Guys, welcome to the stream. We're taking 5+3 challenges, so those weird challenges have to go. 3-2, please re-challenge. 7-3, please re-challenge. 3-3, please re-challenge. 5+3. A4 is well known, man. I mean, A4 is like a main line, practically. But this is just, I thought I would confuse you. Yeah, my friend Alexander Ivanov used to play A4 all the time. He was like a specialist. That's the standard variation. It's hard to find something new. That's why I tried this. This is maybe the second time I've ever played Knight A3, maybe once or twice in Blitz. It's not good. I mean, it's just not right to play Knight A3. Alright, Cheese Noob. Man, I can't take the London system. The Tory attack, whatever. What am I going to do with him? This is all he does. We've got to adapt. I'm not going to castle, man, if you're going to castle queenside and start that caveman style stuff. I just won't castle. Thanks for the game. Sheeper Spiller's going to stream after this, guys, so we'll do a raid if we can. Get the stream ready to go, man. Are you ready to start as soon as I close my stream? You did a perfect game with a Tory attack. This is how I would normally react to the Tory attack. I'll be ready. Well, it's no big deal. I can raid you, but we'll lose some of the viewers if you're late later. Alright. Knight on BD2. Boring. It's basically the London system with the bishop on a different square, isn't it? Yesterday? What happened yesterday? What is today? Friday? Yesterday was Thursday? Like, normally I would castle, but I know his style, what he does every single time. This all-or-nothing, crazy castling queenside style of stuff. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to commit myself to castling. And we've seen this, so... Alright, I'm going to do bishop takes. Pawn takes can be good. This is more of a hippo style black position. White could also have reached, I guess, with the Trompowsky positions like this. Like passive Trompowskis, where white doesn't play f4. I remember having a game in Hastings Challengers, like in the 90s, where it was a bishop g5, e6 Trompowsky. Cheesy Noob, do you play the Trompowsky? Straight up? Move 2? I don't remember now. You played that against me. H3. You should probably incorporate that into your repertoire. It's kind of related. You like trading off your bishop anyway. You might as well double the pawns. What are we doing? Hippo. The Trumpsky. God, is Trump ever gonna go away? Can't wait till 2020 is over. We're almost there. Yeah, that's a bad joke. So we have two possible breaks, c5 or e5. We both are playable. e5 is more of a standard King's Indian. Normally white will exchange on e5 and play for a draw. What I would call playing for a draw. The problem here is that, you know, my bishops are some advantage, but it's not much. If I take with the pawn, it's like totally deadville. I'm going to try taking with the bishop so my bishop at least has some squares. But objectively, it's totally equal. White has a strong pawn on e4 to compensate for the bishop pair. Though theoretically, I could slowly outplay him with the bishop pair here, maybe. Now, alright. Why am I playing this move? Give my queen squares. e4, e5. It looks like a Philidor now. Philidor. I'm not in love with this. But we have some stuff. Today is Anand's birthday. Vishy's birthday. It's also at least two of my Facebook friends' birthday. Popular. Man, white could be in trouble now. Welcome to the shredder. Sometimes the two bishops are better than others. These guys are starting to shred. Whew, don't have to be Andy Soltis to appreciate this. This went south very quickly. Oof. That's serious oof. I was in the right place at the right time. There's that old song. Funk song. Queen a7. I don't want to trade queens. Queen a1 is a happy moment. Happy chess moments. It's oddly difficult to finish him off here. You like that position of the queen? You gotta appreciate like Chisinau's ability to just go with the flow. Sometimes the flow goes up, and sometimes the flow goes down. Bishop b3, man, you're stating the obvious. Obviously, I rejected bishop b3 for a bad reason. Yeah, bishop b3 worked. God damn it. Bishop e3 was a strong move. But this is pretty nasty too. Oof. He sees pretty much everything tactically. And it's always ahead on time. He's always ahead on time. This is the move I missed earlier. The ability to play this, which I didn't see when you were talking about that line. This is pretty perverse. We're not allowed to put that in the stream title. Any word that might be even remotely considered taboo is not allowed in stream titles. Censorship. It's over. There was this game where Nimzovich was white and he like trapped his opponent's queen on A8 in advanced French. Has anybody else ever seen that? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Like, same thing. Queen on A8 with black. We're on fire. But I know what to do now against Cheesy Noob. He has his, you know, he has his system, and you just have to like adapt. You'll get the idea. You just need a little more practice adjusting to Cheesy Noob. Schieberspieler. It took me a while to figure out exactly how to play against him. All right. Hanifberger. I was also struggling with Cheesy Noob in the beginning. It's hard to adapt. You almost have to like change your style slightly. Very specific stuff. I've told him your secret, Cheesy Noob, that you like knights better than bishops, too. Like, Schieberspieler, you probably never played. There's a Hungarian 2200 player. What's his name? Tamashi. Did you ever play Tamashi in Rapid or Blitz? Tamashi is exactly the same. He's like vicious in Blitz. He always has like two knights, and he's like a Potzer in classical games. But in Blitz, he was like, I couldn't even give him time odds or anything. I was even like struggling to break even. He has the same kind of messed up, sort of demented style where you just can't figure them out. It's weird. Yeah, see, I mean, he's like totally unsound with this weird style. But similar to Cheesy Noob in a strange way. He was using the Trompowsky a lot, but the same sort of thing where he always would chop off your knights and play with two knights. You'd be there in this like clocked position. He would lock every position some weird way. And it was like playing chess with someone from outer space. If you figure them out, you know, eventually you'll beat them most of the time, but it takes a while with some people. This is my modified Smyslov move order. Nothing special though. We're transposing back. Actually, I should probably play bishop e2 here. This is even inaccurate. Yeah, Nimzovich versus Hackinson. Exactly. That was ridiculous. The guy's queen got trapped on a8. Nimzovich was brutal against the French. That was his specialty. Advanced French. Although he also played, I guess he might have also played other stuff against the French, but he was especially good with the advanced variation. The first person to really play it. Yeah, I mean, I ought to play something real against the King's Indian, but it's Blitz, and honestly, like, the classical King's Indian is hard to play, so I try to stay away from that. But I've been playing this stuff for years. I have a very, very good score with the Smyslov system against the King's Indian. You have to improve my middle game. 4 times now I get crushed in a draw games. What are you talking about? Oh, you mean that position? Well, if you play like for a draw, man, you'll get a draw, probably. If you castle kingside, normally, in that endgame, where I have 2 bishops against bishop and knight. White might be a tiny bit worse after you give up the bishop there, but it's still very drawish. But I think, your castling queenside is inappropriate. You gotta stop. I mean, if you want to hold a draw against a stronger player, you gotta stop playing like a maniac in those positions. Or play something else if you want to win. But I mean, if you castle kingside there, you're only like microscopically worse, and there's a good chance it's a draw. If I take with the pawn in e5, I have nothing. I can even be worse, or it's equal at best. But honestly, I think you're exchanging on f6 a little prematurely as well. There's no reason you have to do that. Mr. Coffee does that too. But I don't think you have to play bishop takes f6 as soon as I play h6. You can just pull your bishop back to h4. It's not that simple, I don't know about this decision here by me to take with a knight. I mean, objectively, I should probably take with the pawn. I mean, it's okay, but nothing special. Yeah, why is Azerbaijan so quiet today? He was actually chatting quite a bit before the stream started. He burned out. Too much chat right out of the gate. Are you going to burn out or fade away? As Neil Young would say, he'd rather burn out than fade away. So, 32 viewers. Let's do it Friday. We've got lots of challenges. Hanishberger burning the time. Morales game 298. Akshab, abject pawn. We got a new challenger from Rarent. Mitun. Was Azerbaijan in there? World loser and also Shock, who I haven't seen in a long time. This position here, white is slightly better. The pawn on c4, black has no center pawn. The bishop is blocked. He should probably, instead of queen a5, figure out a way to develop. I mean, I don't know, knight c5. But actually, he should have gone for h6 and g5 before here. It's your last chance to play h6 and g5. Last chance for gas. Speaking of bishop f6. I was tempted to play bishop f6. Cheesy noob's move. Or Mad Ramos if you prefer. Bishop f6, knight d5, queen a2. Knight f6 check, pawn takes. But I'm down a pawn there. I don't know if I have enough compensation. Maybe I should have looked at it more deeply. Maybe his queen gets trapped on a2. Now he's just walking right into it. So now he has a bad structure with the isolated pawn on d6. It may not be like lost, but it's not pleasant. I think it's maybe better to take with the pawn, honestly. Keep your bishop. Now the position is more simplified. It's like you're trading pieces in an IQP position, essentially. Better to keep it complicated. Take with the pawn. You still enjoy Alapins a lot? I never enjoyed the Alapin, frankly. It's one of my personal demons. As I mentioned many times, I have a very bad score against Alapin. Like my worst, if you get chess base and do a player profile, you might find that my worst opening score is against the Alpine Sicilian. My excuse is that I always change the variation I played virtually like all the time. I must have played like 6 different lines against the Alpine, which was a mistake. You know, I should have just like mastered 1 or 2. Though I would have success occasionally and then get beat down again. Remember, once I beat Strapunski in the last round game in the Chicago Open to tie for 3rd in an Alpine. But then, like, I came over here to Budapest and I started playing guys like Levente Vaida. He would really give me a hard time. The really expert players are the ones in the C3 Sicilian that are problems. For the average players, I'm just kind of like concerned I'm gonna be held to a draw, but Levente beat me like 3 times, maybe twice. I lost other games as well to other random people. It's not a good opening for me. My recent games were probably draws against C3 Sicilian for the most part. It's very, very hard for black to win against it. No, I mean, I respect it. I don't like playing it, but I respect it. It's not like the London system where I think it's just like a stupid opening and a waste of the white pieces. I would never argue that the C3 Sicilian was a bad opening. You know, even though I hate it, I have to admit that it's a good system. One of white's best anti-Sicilian lines. C5. Nils, what's up? To skip the queue. Damn. You guys want to let him skip the queue? 250. Alright. But let's see. We have a revolt. I don't know what I'm going to do. Heinisberger hanging on here. Presidential pardon for Nils. Alright. That's more like it. We'll give you a presidential pardon. Damn, what do I do here? Paid for it. Really, I should avoid exchanging pieces, but I'm going to get hammered now by knight g5. So knight b3 sucks. Never mind, I take it back. I don't want that anymore. I changed my mind. No, blundered? No, no blunders. It's an interesting pawn structure. Hate to fix the structure here. I could play a lot of things. Rook d3. I always joke about the Dutch defense. Like, the Dutch loses because you weaken the 7th rank. Now I have c5, d5, e4. Now we have a protected pass pawn, and we're going to win a pawn. That I like. Alright, Nils, you're next. I can be bought. Sadly. So now, if c6, king f7, that's so clear. Feels like I'm up a lot of material. I'm only up 1 pawn. It feels like I'm up 2 pawns or 3 or something. But this is really bad. Now this h7 is additionally, these pawns are additional problems. So black is toast. Toastus. He's a toastus. Hostess toastus. Yep. Alright guys, the next game was bought and paid for by Nils. 5+3. Let's go. I get white every game? This is cool. You're welcome. Good game. You were fighting there for a while. Skipping the queue. It's been a long time since I played with Nils. How long? God only knows. Maybe you played a game with me like last year. Or in the last 10 months. I can't remember now. Just become pay to play. No kidding. Anti-Grunfeld? I still have the old mouse. Yeah, man. I'm waiting for my birthday presents. 1 year ago, when I played Nils, I guess. He was on my stream a lot. Like 2 years ago, when I was at home in America. Nursing my mom back to health when she got sick. That's been a long time ago. Now, queen takes c3 is actually good here. Seems like the last 2 years, man, craziest stuff has gone on since I was playing Nils. COVID, Donald Trump, all that good stuff. Fortunately, Nils is out of practice. Okay, so no knight takes c3. You're supposed to play knight b6. Svidler covers this well in what? I don't know how I saw Svidler's analysis. Somewhere I had access to Svidler. I guess I had some of his old videos on Chess24 or maybe ChessBase, I guess. Svidler did some good stuff on this. He basically shows you how to equalize pretty much with black. I remember one of my teammates having a game like this. White gets a pretty large advantage. Well, no, I think it's okay, Antonio. You just have to really know what you're doing. No, I mean, the anti-Grunfeld shouldn't be like a magic bullet. I mean, I think that black is okay. I had a game against Ochotnik where I... What did Ochotnik do? What did I do? I did e4 against Ochotnik, and he took, and I played the endgame with d takes c. There was a draw, of course. This is a little weird with my queen here. Non-standard queen position. h4. What if we go for it? Let's get some entertainment for our money. It's probably justified by this king h8. Bishop on c4 situation. Normally this would feel a little crazy. So Bad Ramus has been watching for 1.5 years. Ponda approved. Yeah, this is the Ponda. Ponda's favorite move. Little known fact, Ponda's favorite move is h4. I actually got a penguin in there, but whatever, it's black and white. h5. Rust-Oleum. You need some Rust-Oleum. I was hoping for CD and G takes H. Playing for Rook takes H7 mate. Alright, Rust-Oleum is in order. Thanks, Nils. We got Morales up with game. Let's check this out. We got 297 games against 297 games against Morales. So he's going for 300. Morales, 3 games to go. 2 after this. You didn't really get your money's worth for those bits. I feel like I just took candy from a baby. Hey kid, give me your money. Alright, Morales. Morales' specialty. We'll give you a discount on the next one. Oh. Yeah, I guess we'll save the Carol. I don't think enough on the first move. 94 is basically forced. Now I'm frustrated with myself here. I mean, I ought to be able to equalize. This thing is starting to drive me crazy. Mad Remus, you're saying already done more than 300 games? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? What do you mean already done more than 300 games? What are you talking about? Draw equals 0.5 points. We're aware of that. They're calculated in there. Dude, come on. You can't... Points can neither be created nor destroyed. Well, I mean, that's the main reason for knight f3. It's an anti-Grunfeld. One of the main reasons why Kramnik always played knight f3. And a lot of people. Of course. Not only, though. I mean, it's also about avoiding the Nimzo. Now if I play knight c6 right, I can do that. I mean, do I want to do that? Why do I want to do that? Why do I want to lose time? I mean, I don't like when my pawn structure gets mangled with knight takes, pawn takes. So I get stuck in this kind of position that I hate. We've had this a lot. This is Gawain Jones stuff. Well, I used to know how to prepare the white side of the King's Indian and Grunfeld Nils, but I'm only a semi-professional chess player. At some point I had to start actually earning money. Those losers who just sit at home and study openings all day, we'll leave it for them. Or if I get rich enough that I can hire like personal opening trainer like Hikaru or something. Hire my own guru. Though I don't think he did a very good job, frankly. The guru. Guru. So here we are again in the Gawain Jones. I always mess it up somehow. I lost against Yellow Dragoon, some mangly, awful game, once or twice too. The bishop d3 and the fried liver is actually a good line, right? I mean, the fried liver is not bad for white. That's a decent line. Queen f3 is probably the best, though, huh? But there's nothing wrong with that stuff. White is a tiny bit better, I guess. I was more disturbed by, Hikaru's playing passive openings with black. That is what I never understood. 298 games. So, dude, I had like kids in high school playing Bishop D3. My high school chess team, that was like their favorite line. He must have borrowed it from them. My high school chess team in the mid-90s, I mean, not my high school, the team that I coached, they were playing like the Bishop D3 fried liver long before Hikaru. That was their favorite line to analyze. I remember that. Between Bughouse games. So here we are with the main line. It took me forever. There was a game where Aronian had this with black, right? H6, Bishop F6. I can't remember now. I've played D6 in the past, but that move seems kind of lame. H6, Bishop F6, Bishop F6. What's wrong with H6 here? I just don't really get it. He takes and plays like Knight H5? No. Why is this so bad for me? Why is this a problem? What am I missing here? Seems like black is alright. E5. I'd be surprised if we haven't already played this, but I just don't remember. Alright, so H6 is like kind of unnecessary move to have played. But in a vacuum, I mean, black should be good with the two bishops. This is not a vacuum. F5, Queen C7. I'm not sure. Morales might be a little rusty with this system. I'm ready to nibble on his pawn structure with D6. So he's saying he's not worse with the two bishops here because it's not open. Right, maybe, just maybe so. But I mean, it's gonna be open in a minute. Coming to get you. The laser missile beam is ready. Our latest Star Wars weapon. I feel like Morales did something wrong. Were you supposed to play Bishop H4 there? Is that not working because of knight takes E4 or something? No. I think you should play Bishop H4. So this is interesting. Wow. If I take, you can stay pretty active. No, I like Queen C7. Whoa. I'm doubling down. Give me the doubling cube. No, I like this. It's like a good St. George. Sometimes we would play with doubling cube chess for money. In the old days. The old days. Man, he looks like he's toast here. The ultimate St. George. Slice. You know when those pizza guys, the Italian pizzeria, tell you your pizza's ready? Slice. Your slice is ready. Too funny. I'm too funny. Bishop takes g3? No, we're not ready yet. How about bishop e5? What if we just patiently reject you? Rook takes h2, bishop takes e4, bishop takes e4, or castles. Damn it. Not an appropriate question for the stream, Ripun. If you want to challenge me to a correspondence game, just send me a challenge. This applies to everyone. I mean, I'm willing to play challenges with people in correspondence, but the conditions that you have to have an established rating, no provisional, and if it's rated, maybe casual is okay. If not, and 5-day or 7-day correspondence. I don't do like 1 or 3 day correspondence challenges. I knew that he was going to go for this. Chicken. He's a chicken. Alright, bishop takes. Damn it. What am I doing? I'm going to screw this up. This has to be lost for white. You know you're in good shape when Morales is like begging for a trade of queens. I did it. I screwed up. Wow. I actually screwed it up completely. It's unbelievable. I have like the dream position. Please, rook f3. Just keep the tension for another minute. d5 is like double question mark blunder. We should both get new mice. So it's like if I make a patient move here, I'm plus 3.5. But I do this, the worst move on the board. Literally one of the worst moves on the board. I mean, this is ridiculous. I block the line for my bishop, and he takes my pawn on c5. I feel like you did something wrong in the opening. Bishop e7, f4, h6, c. This is the refutation of the Morales system. Okay, you did something wrong, though, after. Amazingly, there's only one game where this position was reached. Okay, f5 is just a blunder. So you have to play knight g3. I still think that black is better here. And I think you need to improve your play earlier in this variation. You can do better than this. Alright, that's 298 games against Morales. If we play on Sunday, I don't know if you're going to be around on Sunday for the simul. If not, then next week. Well, next week will be the 300th game against Morales. Our first opponent after my 5 years of streaming to get to 300 games against me. The simul game would be $2.99. That would put us on like Monday, if you can make it Monday, to play game 300. Abject Pawn. It's pretty cool though to get to play 300 games against people. How many other streamers have done that? Bishop G5. Okay, so you're transposed to the Schlechter Slav. With the bishop out on G5 though, it's a pretty favorable version. Yeah, I don't know though. I mean, I'm glad I got my bishop outside, but I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to play after that. Not sure. We'll pretend it's the Queen's Gambit. This position really doesn't arise much in practice. Nobody plays like D5 here. Well, actually, it was a weird move order by black with the early C6. I don't know what to call this. Pseudo Grunfeld? Slav? It's actually a Slav now. Bishop G5 makes sense at first, F4, F5. You want to play man, those ambulances are so loud I can hear them through the window. It's a pretty thick window. Okay, so he's going to do the Schlechter Slav thing and trade off that bishop. I don't like when my queen gets sucked out here, out of position, where it's like irrelevant. That I have to waste time bringing it back. But what are my alternatives now? Queen B3. Queen B3. It's a pretty weird move, allowing the doubled pawns, but I don't mind this actually. Especially if he trades queens with something like Queen B6. I don't feel like I did the best thing though. Gawain approves this message. He's the expert, carrying the torch for the Grand Prix attack players. Although it's not a Grand Prix attack, but whatever. I mean, British Closed Sicilian Association. President Nigel Short. I never met Gawain Jones. Seems like an interesting guy. Queen B3. You got to admit, man, his openings are good. I mean, he plays a really nice King's Indian. Plays that kind of weird stuff with white against the Sicilian. He played the dragon. Remember, he played the dragon against... Wait, wasn't it? When he was white against Carlsen. What was it? He plays the dragon? Am I crazy? What was the game between Jones and Carlsen? Jones was winning. He was up a piece, but lost or something. Does anybody remember that? What was the opening? It was some kind of dragon. Now what do? We're winning a pawn. So this is just a free pawn. This pawn is abject. Carlsen played a bird very badly. No, this is a different game. It wasn't a bird. I thought it was a dragon. Are you serious? I'm just remembering a game that was a dragon. Could the bird have become a dragon? Do dragons count as birds? I thought dragons were like imaginary creatures. I think you're confused. And maybe there's more than one game. I'm sure they've played more than once. So. But there was a dragon where Jones was like up a piece. But Magnus like swindled him. Now I can't remember like who was what color. That's my problem. I feel like Jones must have been black. But I've been known to be wrong. So now what do? We go for exchanges. So Jones was black in the dragon? Wasn't that it? Or was he white? My dementia is getting worse. Okay, d5. I don't know if I want to play d5. This is a protected passed pawn. And basically like a guaranteed win in many endgames. I'm not real excited to play d5 necessarily. It also stymies his bishop on g7. Princess Chess. Good morning. Welcome everybody, thanks for watching. We're going to be back on Sunday with 2 streams. We're not done here yet, but we're going to be back on Sunday with 2 streams. Streamer battle with Tranquilizer on Sunday at 3 p.m. CET. And the Simul on Sunday at 6:30. As usual. Boring technical exercise. You could take with the pawn there. All my hopes and dreams are with this pass pawn in the center. Though he has a bishop, it's a good piece. It's not real relevant here. You know, what's he going to do with this? Could sack it on d4. Bob Sacamano. Rook c7. Oh, knight c5. Thanks, guys, for the schedule. But I like black's play here. Trying to keep pieces on, though this is passive. He's not going to have enough. January. Morales, you're too excited, man. F5 is a good try. Wow, abject pawn is 2135 in rapid. What? I didn't know you were that high rated. We have to reconsider how we're playing here. Reconsider the strength of our opponent. There's a big difference between 2135 and 1770, man. Then we have to estimate your strength to be 2,000 plus. I was playing like I was playing 1,700. Now I'm scared. We normally don't see that much differential, but he seems stronger at longer games. Not a bullet player like myself. Okay, one thing I can do is play e4 maybe. But it does allow him to undouble his pawns, and I no longer have a protected passer. Not really ideal approach here, I think. He's after my f2 pawn, it looks like. Mr. Swift Tickle. Reading with a party of one. Party of one. This is not so easy. I'm getting a little concerned about this position. How about b4, b5? Let's do it. Thanks for the raid. Even if it is just one, appreciate the thought. The thought that counts. Okay, so I'm able to just sort of squeeze him with b5 now. I think that improves my game. We're slowly winning. Not easy to make progress against this guy, though. I lost the last game against him. I don't remember that. My rating was 2364. What time control was that in? When was my rating 2364? It's kind of weird. Black's defense here is very, very strong. Say master level defense with no time? Wouldn't you guys agree? Hard to believe he's 1,500 in bullet. That's a little strange. Unbelievable defense. How could you be 1,500 in bullet? That's difficult to understand. That's weird, man. Alright. Rare Rent, World Loser, Also Shock, Hunda Shock, Breeding Comprehension. Alright, I said please don't challenge me to a correspondence game faster than 5 days, and he sends in 2 days. Alright, whatever. Alright, 5 plus 3. So this is a new opponent. Good player, wow, 2200 in Rapid. With the Polish. I don't know, man. I think he missed stuff. You know, I'm not really sure my conversion was that good. And he was blitzing me at the end. I feel like I didn't play it right. Maybe it was basically right, Morales, with some like little inaccuracies. Am I still on 100%? I'm still on 100%. Sheeper Spiller is results oriented, but we're losing viewers. Where are you going? Don't leave us yet. Got another hour to stream here. Wait, is my stream down? I got a network error. I guess we have to refresh. Just refresh your Twitch. I think a lot of people leave when that happens. Damn, I'm going to Lex stream. Dude, what? Where is my stream? There it is. Alright, just refresh the stream if it looks like it's down. Guys, it's not down. Sometimes Twitch makes it look like it's down. I'm not sure about G6 here, but I don't like this open file. Basically a kind of weird Gurganidze Karo-Khan. I've never seen anyone play like this in my life. Who is this player? Let's check him out. No, we're going to stay on page. I like to get information on my opponents while I'm playing. You had a feeling it was really down because of bad connection? I got no warnings from... I got no warnings from my OBS, but that's possible. Knight on h5. White has quite an interesting approach to the opening. But another player who's like much stronger than he may be looks. I mean, I'm playing him, he's 1970, but look around and all of a sudden he's 2200 in Rapid. So which is it? That's a huge differential, 200 points. Well, that's a weird style. Whoever he is, he likes closed positions. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's my OBS or something. It doesn't give me any warning when I'm dropping frames. It used to. I've got no knowledge of dropping frames. It's weird. But I think that OBS doesn't like me because I'm not like a Prime subscriber or whatever. They've marketed the whole thing. I mean, I have Streamlabs OBS, not the normal OBS. Maybe I should just use normal OBS. The Streamlabs one like wants you to join their program to pay for their Prime membership or whatever. And I feel like in that kind of scenario, if I was a bigger streamer, I would pay. But I mean, I really can't afford to pay everything. Maybe they don't update the program as much as it should. I don't know. I don't know much. Weird position here. White seems better with a space. I just don't understand why my OBS doesn't give me messages. If I'm dropping frames, there should be a clear message. I should try streaming with normal OBS instead of the Streamlabs one and see what happens, which I used to use. I don't like this. I feel like I'm playing against a strong master. Very weird feeling. Well, the features are the same. Oh man, it's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. It's like jumping up and down between 22 and 26 viewers, just sort of randomly. This feels like I'm playing a master. I don't think I've ever had anyone play G takes F before. In this type of line. He's just like locked the whole board. I have no way to win. It's a draw at best. Other than a blunder by white. I just don't like when I play opponents who have that much of a differential between their ratings in standard versus blitz. It's usually a bad sign. He's actually higher in rapid than blitz by over 200 points. Now here I have to think. It looks like he has access along the G file. He's locking the whole position. So he's kind of like playing for a draw, or willing to accept a draw now. I mean, it's actually totally locked board. Probably no way to win. I can try. There was this funny incident I thought was funny in the GM or the IM tournament I saw recently. I was playing in the GM tournament. There was this game between Keith Arkle and a young opponent. And Arkle just kept trying and trying to win this kind of position with black and a Gurgenitsa, but he wasn't better, and he ended up like losing. I thought it was kind of funny. He wouldn't give his opponent a draw, wouldn't give him a draw, wouldn't give him a draw, you know, and finally he lost. He went, you know, it was like ridiculous. I mean, whatever, it's a draw. Either side could try, but it's hopeless. He won't take a draw. That's interesting. You obviously have excellent winning chances here. I'm offering you a draw. You're 500 rating points lower than me. And you won't take a draw in this position. You just blocked the whole board and now you won't accept a draw. Are you serious? I'm not the one who blocked the whole board. I mean, you purposely blocked the whole board. And now you won't accept a draw. That's weird. And And I was supposed to believe it's like 1800 in bullet. So who is this? Filipino. He has 1 follower. Alright. Looks like a perfect game by white. Let's just see. E4 is number 1 move. Yeah, I mean, this player can't be 1800 in bullet. But, yeah, it could be an engine, definitely. 2 inaccuracies. But they're not playing perfect moves every move the engine suggested. It's too difficult. You can't prove someone's using an engine based on 1 game. It's practically impossible. No one's that stupid anymore to use a game, use an engine every single move. There are people that are that dumb, but they get banned from lichess pretty quickly. That's my first draw today. It was a good run while it lasted. No, but I just don't like when I see people who have really large differentials between their blitz and rapid, or blitz and classical. Unfortunately, there are a lot of cheaters. If you see a large difference between their longer games and blitz games, that's a bad sign. If you draw someone, you know they're cheating. Of course. What is this? What am I playing here? I'm playing the Exchange Slav against World Loser. No, I get full-on paranoid as soon as I see large differences in their ratings. If you play 100 rapid games and 100 blitz games on your account, there's no way that you're one should be 200 higher than the other. They're really they should be really, really close actually. Blitz and rapid. I mean, a lot of cases the time controls are almost the same, so it doesn't make sense. If I play 5-3, it's blitz, but if it's 7-3, it's rapid. There's almost no difference between those time controls. Yes, I'm paranoid. For a good reason. Cheesy noob. Cheesy noob. What are we gonna do? We got nothing. Alright. Your loser's gonna play e5. Optimistic. You're optimistic, Nils. I don't know, you seem a little rusty. Maybe if you get the rust off. You think 100 games is enough? Alright. That hurt though. I mean, I had a perfect score going into that game. But what hurts more is he declines a draw in that block position after he purposely blocked it up. It's what is your goal here? Just to torture me on my own stream? What am I doing? The solid world loser. Is king h1 really the right idea? He's going to play f5 or something? I don't know what got into me playing the Exchange Slav. It was some sort of deep psychological weakness. I'm going to play like that guy from last game and try to block the position. Normally they would be excited for a draw. He was like, no. Is black better here? Stonewall attack. This is very similar to last game in a way. G5 is coming. Nah, I mean, that's stuff you gotta know, Nils. No excuses. You should treat that the same as any main line in the Grunfeld. Just as important. I feel like I'm playing like cheesy noob. Knights versus bishops. There's the bishop. I don't know, I would consider that to be like a main line. Does this work? Does this make sense? World loser is strong tactically. I mean, I saw this, of course, but wasn't really sure what to make of it. No. He's pretty active here. Interesting struggle. Struggle. Strobe light. Now what? What are you doing with that a5? He's up to no good. a4, bishop e7, no. What am I gonna do here? a4 there. Sometimes you just have to trust your instinct. Learning to trust the instincts. Now you're threatening bishop d7. I love my fianchetto knight. I love me a fianchetto knight. It's so macho. This is my second consecutive fianchetto knight, right? Wait. Yeah, I did. Wait, how did I get there last time? Yeah, I went knight. Didn't I go knight h5, knight g7, knight f5 last game? Or is that my imagination? I did, right? Can't believe my perfect score went down out the window as soon as Schieberspieler mentioned it, of course. What are we doing? Bishop b7. Yes. Yes, sir, you found it. Pro loser's holding here. Another hold. What about my knight? It has a future, believe it or not. Exchange, sacrifice. It's probably just a draw. Where are you going over there? Come back here. Come back here. You've no business over there. Hmm. Good game by world loser. Looks like it's a draw. Unless I could get my b pawn moving. Wait. Let's not give up yet. Knight d3 followed by b4. It's probably not enough. Knight d3, king h5. b4. Pawn takes b4, a5. b3, a6. Bishop b8. Yeah, realistically, I don't think so. No, I mean, I think it's a draw. This is a draw. I have a crappy structure. What the heck is going on? Did I do rematch or something? Sorry, I think I did rematch. If I rematched you and we're in the middle of a game, just abort it. I think I clicked rematch by accident. It was like... old and slow. Where's my game? Where's my world loser game? Damn it. Is the final position... What is it doing? Why is it reloading like that? Just decline my rematch offer, man. Sorry about that. So the engine thinks I'm better, knight d3, but I don't think this is anything, honestly. I thought you could even go for it. The Rubinstein, king walk. Here. White's not winning this position. There's no way. The only way I could imagine was trying b4. But you're on here. Like I said, bishop b8. And I don't see this as only a way to lose. It's a good way to lose. Maybe for white, if I really try my hardest. Alright, good game, world loser. I'm sorry for playing the exchange Slav. So also shock. I've got time for a couple more games. No GMs. Hoon Shock challenged me to 3+2 from position. 5+3 casual guys. Do you like the Exchange Slav? I guess if I like perfected it, you know, it might be fun. But I always thought it was kind of wimpy. You give $1% upon loss of a game that you won against a 2,000 player. I'll give you $1% upon loss of a game that you won against a 2,000 plus player. Of the side that you won. Or like this current game you're talking about? Like the more of my cent upon loss, the better. The higher it is, the better. Is that the goal? Are you serious? Nice. This guy is pretty strong. 2,200 as well. So I was talking about the other guy. He's got the same higher rapid than. Okay, but he's fairly close. I mean, it's weird. Like I used to think the rapid was actually harder than blitz, but a lot of people are showing up with higher rapid ratings. $100 is max. I can do that, but this guy's not gonna. He's not gonna play. I could get 100. I don't think Also Shock is here. We have to find another guy. Jim. Alright, this game I'm going to abort. I can't. Wait. We've only got 30 minutes left, so time for 2 more games. Play Like Kasparov challenge. 5-0 challenges are out. Only 5+3. Anyway, guys, we don't have time for more challenges, so don't anybody else challenge me. I have to win. I don't know who this player is. I'm going to take them second. At least Jim, I know who it is. He's 2,000 plus. Alright. The best thing to do is like unsoundly sack a pawn or something. So the 3M defense is perfect for Nils's requirement. I beat you many times by playing Exchange Slav, but not recently. I normally don't play that. Maybe somehow subconsciously, World Loser. I know you like complication, so somewhere in my subconscious there's this voice telling me to play the Exchange Slav. I try to avoid my opponent's strengths. Jim's pretty good, though. He's a little stronger than 2024, I think. Should be around 2,100. But it's not a major deal. I don't know about my cent upon loss here. We're going to have to do something risky, or... I have a good chance to beat him, but I'm not sure this crazy opening is going to raise my cent upon loss enough to be very profitable. No guarantees I beat him either. He is pretty solid. I mean, you can see he's got about 30%, maybe 28% score against me. But I don't think I have to try to have a high cent upon loss. I just have to play a complicated game, something that's not real crystal clear. So far, it's a little high cent upon based on the opening, If I can throw in some blunders, maybe, and still manage to win. I'm sure the computer won't like my opening. I'm not sure this is right, but he no longer has knight c3, so I thought if I exchange now, it's okay. This was a solid move, though. Knight e5, bishop g4, knight d3 check. Can I do anything unsound? Somewhat unsound. I'm not happy about exchanging pieces here. My play is a little too conventional to have a high center pawn loss. Now what am I going to do? No guarantees I'm even going to win the game. Wow. Cheesy noob, what's up? Now everybody's center pawn loss just went up. Maybe I should have castled kingside. It's a good question. Man, why couldn't I have played Cheesy Noob instead of Jim? Well, that's not going to affect my center pawn loss, but it would make me play crazy or play someone who plays crazy. Definitely. Jim's trying to play pretty correctly. I mean, his normal self. I don't think he's changed his game. Change the game. The name of the game. What's up here? Anybody know? Is that a good move? He's got a very solid blockade of d4. Play knight d4. Exclam. Tempting to play queen b5, but I don't want to go into an ending in this situation. It's awkward. I don't know how to free myself. Free your mind. He saw that instantly. Risky. The best is if I blunder and then am able to recover somehow according to the terms of the agreement. Schieberspieler says chess is simple. See? He knew that all the time. having hallucinations now? She was like uber motivated. You motivated someone. Break the center. What if I had just played like... Oh man. What? That's going to raise my center pawn loss. Right there. He missed knight f7. But I don't think I'm going to win the game. Can't hang my queen. I think I hung a rook, though. Taking a lot of chances here. This pawn is very strong, though. That might be enough. We should have good practical chances with a passed pawn. Objectively, though, I mean, any heavy piece in a game where you're up a pawn is certainly not a guarantee by any means. This looks tough. My pawns are a pretty big liability. Those H pawns. And the guy just doesn't create any weaknesses. We have time for one more game after this today. I mean, at least one more game. They trade queens. I suddenly changed my mind about exchanging queens. Hallucinated to my... Man, I hallucinated there. How can you have so much more time than me? C file. Damn. Alright, he lost on time. What is the cent upon loss? Like 40? Let's see. I don't know if I'm allowed to do a game analysis. 37. It'll probably drop. The beginning of the game was actually pretty good. The end wasn't great. There was one blunder. 29. 23? What? Get out of here. I hung a rook at one point. Are you kidding me? Dude, I hung a rook at one point. I didn't hang a rook. He must have not had a win. So I got 25 cent upon loss. I thought I was dead lost. Was I not dead lost? That's crazy. I thought when he played queen g4, I dropped a rook with knight f7. Wait a minute. So there must have been some defense for me I didn't see. Here. Wow. Like, this is the right move and I'm not lost to knight f7. I thought this was just like winning and I was going to get like 50 cent upon loss. That's crazy. How does that not work? f5, queen g3. Dude, seriously, check this out. What the miracle that saved Nils from a major loss. That I have a move here. Wow. Bishop b4, knight takes h8. Bishop takes here. And I have queen g1 at the end. I thought I would just blundered into a lost position there. It's just a miracle that I wasn't lost. I'm actually clearly better if he plays knight f7. Wow. So I actually played alright. I was 25 cent upon loss. Lots of inaccuracies. 1 blunder and 2 mistakes. It's not too bad. Guys, we have time for one more game. Alright, Megatherium. I'm going to take challenges as long as you've got 100 rated games above Bullet. You got it. Alright, I wanted to play someone who I knew was their approximate strength. You didn't play that bad, dude. So, I thought it was a flat blunder. If that was a blunder where I'm losing a rook, I'm at 50 cent upon loss. At least. You flag. He always flags. He always flags. But he was in trouble there, man. It wasn't an easy position. I mean, maybe it's a draw, but that's a tough endgame. It might be a draw. But it's just as easy to blunder. I'm playing the classic bishop g4 here. I was winning. Okay, I'm playing the Slav. I don't know the Slav. I wanted to play a bishop g4 anti-King's Indian attack. I played this with white, actually. So what are we going to do? The bishop g4, I don't think now. Most people play d takes c4. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I guess this is more popular to play d takes c4. Not an easy endgame. I agree. Alright, so what do I do? Bishop e6 or something? What are you supposed to do here? I never played this with black, only with white. g6. Probably not great. Guys, I've got to quit in about 10 minutes, so this will probably be the last game. I'm going to be back on Sunday with more streams. Streamer battle on Sunday at 3 p.m. CET. After my stream, I think Schieberspieler is going to stream, so you can check him out as well. I played this with white, I'm sure. Blitz, not in a long game. So bishop d5. It's an interesting position. It's probably better for white, I guess. Promise you I played this with white. It's a classic kind of Slav theme. Yeah, we did a good job. No blunders. Megatherium. Said something in Russian. My Russian is rusty. Like Nils's opening theory. 30 years old. Cheers, guys. Thanks for supporting the stream. Don't forget to subscribe and check us out on Sunday. I've never played this in my life. Did you ever play anything like this, Schieberspieler? You're a Slav player. Actually, you don't really play the Slav, do you? You seem like you should be a Slav player. Do you actually ever play the Slav? You should play the Slav. It would suit your style. I feel like the Slav is a little more aggressive than the Queen's Gambit declined. I just started analyzing. Why didn't you take on f7? Take on f7 in which position? You mean the knight f7 tactic that didn't work? He's starting knight b6 here. So what's the best way to defend this? Out of my element. Rook d8, rook c8. What are you supposed to play? Well, I think that's one of your weaknesses, Jim, and a lot of people who play on my stream. There's a trade-off to playing fast. You normally like to stay ahead on the clock, and I think you're trading off a little bit of quality for speed when you play like that. Even Schieberspieler does it. You've got to draw the line somewhere, you know. Watch out for knight d6 check. There is a funny variation. Bishop g7, bishop c6, queen c6, knight d6 check. Well, I mean, still, you're basically trying to play the best moves, and you're better than most people at it, but you're not as likely as me to think down till you have like 7 seconds left at move 10, right? I mean, I go really overboard with like using literally all my time. And everybody has a limit, you know. I go a little too far, using too much time. Now d4. This looks like a strong move. We've got to get out of here. Got to get out of here. Are we having fun yet? I like his bishops. Do you guys like his bishops? His bishops are evil. Squares? How's my squares? Queen b4, bishop takes c6, another tactic. I guess f5 is a reasonable square. f5 or h5. That's your choice, basically. Sleazy cheapos are us. Is my queen trapped anyway? This is messed up. Now what am I supposed to do? Queen e6? It's not good. Pawn is a pawn? So they tell me pawns are pawns. It's a weird pawn structure for black. It seems like white's bishops still compensate for the extra pawn. a nice tactical resource to save him from losing a piece there. Queen h5 wouldn't have mattered. It would have been worse for me. I wouldn't have been able to recapture with my pawn on h5. Actually, I would, but it would be worse. No, maybe it would be better. I would take with a knight. I could take with the pawn there too. You guys are ready with the stream? Alright, this is my last game. b3, trading pawns. I'm not sure I like that. He's trading off my doubled pawn there. Deviled pawns. That one bishop is evil. And block it up a little, but there was rook to the 7th. I thought was better for him. He didn't make the best move there. Now my pieces are pretty active. Still not clear. Knight d3 does nothing. He's in trouble. Oh, he's lost, right? Almost lost? Damn. Not quite lost? Should be lost. We have 3 connectors. This Tetris here is pretty strong. Super Tetris. Pawns of Death. Do I have a mate somewhere? Can I get me a mate, Astrobate? Not so easy. Nothing else matters. Those pawns. That's it. Alright, thanks for the game. Thanks everybody for watching. GM Genius Chess. Guys, check out Schieberspieler. Schieberspieler's going to stream after this, so tune in. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back on Sunday with 2 streams, don't forget. Thanks everybody for supporting the stream. Muchas gracias. And we're going to raid the Schieberspieler. Thanks everybody. Bye-bye. losing my mind.